What is it that you can be the best in your world at? And it is a bit of an unfair competitive advantage. It's just easier for you, right? We want to get our mind wrapped around that, and to do that, it's often we'll push two ideas together that some people want to pull apart, and the words are abundance and scarcity. There's a whole crowd of people that grew up in this thing. They'll call it the scarcity mindset, and they want to live with an abundance mindset where everything's possible, where there's plenty to go around, and they don't have to live in this fear that they're going to lose out, and or they'll call it a poverty mindset, and they want to shift into this wealth orientation. And I'm like, that's great. If you're living in a scarcity mindset, you're missing half of the equation. Right? But if you move from scarcity to abundance, well, now you're living in the other half of the equation.
Right.
And the problem with half of the equation, the problem with a profound half truth is the other half.
Yeah.
And we need them both. So when you push those two ideas together, that you can value scarcity and also abundance, what I think in the personal journey we're talking about is this notion that there is something that I have in abundance. There is something that is more natural. It's like almost built into me that I can deliver if I do the work to master it. But that means everything else might be scarce in my life. And that in this context, that's subtractive.
Yeah.
And you want to start subtracting those things from yourself. It's like negative and positive space in artwork, right? Negative space is very important because it highlights the subject. But what's the subject?
Yeah.
And that's you.
Yeah.
Right? So you start to pull out the scarce bits. You start to make other things scarce in your life. And what that does is it produces potency. To realize that there's 1, 2, maybe 3, maybe 5 things that you can be the best in your world at. And 5 would be a ton, right?
Right. Yeah.
1's enough. And then let go of everything else. It's actually scary to let go of things that you're kind of good at. It can be scary to let go of things that you're not good at but making money at.
Sure.
Right? But if you can figure this notion out of what is my value creation mechanism, what is something that I have in abundance, and then begin to lack everything else, you get to this potency idea. And if you can show up potently in the world, I think that's the best way of describing what it means to show up as the best version of yourself for the benefit of others.
Yeah.